Hey, what is up? It has been a very long time since I have streamed art. It is like 2:30 in the morning, and I've been sitting here just doodling, mindlessly doodling. And I thought, you know what, I might as well just go live and stream because I'm very out of practice and I'm feeling a little creatively unfulfilled at the moment. I have a lot of projects coming up that are going to require a lot of artwork, and yeah, I'm out of it. So, um, hopefully streaming and just getting through that initial hurdle of getting back into the rhythm will rectify all that. So let's just draw. It's like 2:40 in the morning, so my brain's already fried. I'm just drawing these like ugly little alien robot things. Yeah, let's do it. What's up, Canister? Okay, so there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here. Literally just thumbnailing some random robot profiles. Let's do another silhouette one. Like a capsule. Maybe he's got some short little leggies, right? The problem with thumbnailing without purpose is like you're like completely just shooting in the dark. But it's also like just so low stress because there's absolutely no expectations. I don't plan to end up with anything remotely good, right? It's just like I'm gonna sit down and draw some shit, you know? It's just I've been doing these pointy legs this whole time. I don't know why. Something about that design, that shape design is in my brain right now. Probably because it's like super generic and easy to just draw. But it's kind of what all of these guys have at the moment. Even though kind of going without a purpose here, as I'm like putting the lines down, I'm still like kind of trying to think of what they might be if I were to take one of these designs and, actually render it out. Not even render it out, just figure out what the hell it's even supposed to be. So like I'm still thinking about like what some of it might be in my head. It very, very most likely doesn't come across to the viewer because these are just so messy and just blobs of shape and form, but as long as I know what it might be. Keep giving things like this like antenna. I don't know, this one's pretty bad. I did a lot of these earlier and I just sat back down to do some more. So it's gonna take my brain a minute to even get to where it was. Let's do another one. Make them all the same size for uniformity's sake. Let's sketch one out. Let's look at... I do have some random images I could pull up really quick. Some like machinery and stuff, and just pull some shapes. So let's see. I'm gonna do another silhouette, I think. Then we'll just... kind of trying to treat it like I'm drawing with a marker. Not picking the pen up. Because I want to get some of that like variation in value. Because it'll help my eye see stuff when I like go in to do the lines. Just kind of going with the chalk eraser here. Just break it up a little bit. This is kind of giving me like chunky Ghost in the Shell kind of vibes. Come on, Photoshop. So because it's doing that, let's chunk up the leg a little bit. Let's give him some little arms. It's really stupid. Let's do this. Pull the head out, or what looks like the head to me. Have like a little something out like right there. Really cool. Well, hey, at least someone finds it cool. This will probably not amount to anything. Yeah, I really just need to get into the habit of drawing again. Especially for the videos that I have planned. I have to make a lot of stuff, to say the least. And I need to be in like the mind state. That doesn't look good. Of like drawing again. Even if it's not like anything substantial. Just getting my brain back into creative mode helps. Because yeah, it is a muscle. Right now that muscle is rather mushy. So maybe this is like a crane. Kind of have that on one of these other ones. Crane or something. Maybe just like a salvage bot. I don't know. So let's do this then. If that's like a crane, right? Let's narrow it like that. Maybe this is a big wheel. And then, I don't know. This would be like the cockpit area. If that's a crane, there's no reason for this thing to have like little fucking arms, right? They can't even reach. But you know what? We're going for just dorky nonsensical. So that is what we're doing. Got all this value here that I should probably utilize. So let's see. So maybe that's like a big ball joint. And yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna give him that spiky leg again. So if this thing is a crane, it wouldn't make sense to only have like one leg, but hey, just gonna leave it. Oh no, it never needs to amount to anything. Okay, let's actually sketch one out here. Let's use lines because silhouettes aren't doing me any favors right now. So let's do a blocky one. This one's just more of like a walking, like more standard mech, right? Let's go more standard, a little bit more standard. So we got, so it's a little more readable. So like, maybe it's got like a thin like waist basically. Like that. Let's do this. Big arm with like little claws or something. Little grippers. Oh, let's give him treads. Go ultra generic on this one just to... I think I've done treads yet anyways. It's a little big. Size them down because I don't want to worry about detail or anything. Let's give it a little quick wash. So what are you up to, Canister? It's like morning for you, right? Friday morning. Cockpit's like right there. Like crew up there or something. Okay, let's move the arm over. This song sounds like I'm shopping or something. Making sure the house doesn't burn down. Well, that would be... that's preferable. Probably not a bad idea. Why would it be burning down? Have some electrical problems, I would assume. Oh, so it's more of a preemptive thing. Good call. Yeah, I mean, this one's, you know, also not too good. We said it a lot. But, you know, probably should have more brain power available to do this, right? Let's save them anyways. No harm in it. We're probably going to fill up this whole page, which is nonsense. Okay. Let's go a little bit more rounded. Let's make this one, let's give him 6 legs. So we'll see 3 on this side. We'll stick with the little pointies because it's just kind of, again, it's kind of what I've been drawing over and over again for some reason. I'll mix it up eventually. We got to get that shape out of our system. Just going to give it a quick wash. Help my eye see stuff. Let's give him like a Mass Effect head. Like the Geth, right? He's a little alien-y looking. A little alien-y. Alien-y. Can't even speak. But hey, that's what you get at like nearly 3 in the morning. So these would be like sticking out. Just can't see in a profile view. Obviously this one's not even touching the ground. dark. Can't even see what it is. Okay, so let's break up the silhouette back here. What if flattens out? Maybe this one's like massive, right? Like this is like it turns into a hanger or something in there. Things can land on it. Some sort of platform. I keep going too dark. Yeah, 2 a.m. brain power at the end of a pretty long day on top of that, so. But again, this is just when most of my free time is, so if I want to get stuff done, it's the sacrifice. Alright, well, let's lean into it being like a landing thing, right? So there would be a radio tower. Doesn't even need to be. And I'll put like a little aircraft coming in. Screw it, right? Thing's massive. Who cares? Extend that runway. Yeah, it could be drones, I guess. Not be as massive, but drones wouldn't need like a radio tower. Yeah, I've taken that one as far as I can. Taken the stupidity as far as we can take it. Yeah, I want to do a War of the Worlds kind of one. It just looks like Plants vs. Zombies right now. But I guess that's the War of the Worlds one's more like triangular at the top. If I'm remembering correctly. War of the Worlds had like the cages, right? Like catching the humans, picking them up, putting it in the cages. Let's do this. Shrink the head down a bit. one's a little cheap because it's just going to be like tentacle-y. Really not a lot to... A lot of the design would be figured out in the next pass. Not so much this pass, I don't think. It'll be a tripod. This is Photoshop. Just Photoshop. I have a bunch of software that I use, but I always find myself coming back to Photoshop. It's just a familiarity. I've been using it for like 10 years. I mean, more than that by now, shit. Some of them do look like War of the Worlds. Yeah, because I'm like purposely... It's gonna sound like a cop-out. But like I'm purposely going for like kind of stupid and ugly in a sense, like just literally random shapes and forms, because I'm just so out of practice and I wanted something like ultra low effort, like no fucks given, and like having just no expectations. It's the easiest way for me to just kind of ease back into it, because a lot of it is just that like my mind's just not working right now creatively. I'm just trying to reconnect my hand-eye coordination to my brain. I'll eventually just do like random studies of stuff, because that's one of the better ways to do this, but you can't go wrong when you're just doodling stuff from imagination, as long as you go in with like the right mindset of like not really caring of quality, right? I mean, obviously you can get disappointed in yourself no matter what. But if you go in with the right expectations, it's hard to, just have fun, essentially. Just have fun. Know what you're going in for. And if I like any of them, even if I don't like any of them, I'll pick a couple at the end before I go to bed, and if I have time, and I'll define them a little more instead of just leaving them as these super loose thumbnails. All right. Let me look at a piece of reference. Let's see. I have this cool picture of a crane, which is where I got the crane idea from. And that other one. Let's see if I can use some of that shape design. So, I mean, it's really just a big box, right? But let's try to make that cool. Again, this is a profile view, so we'll make it look... If it's just a straight cube, it's not going to be as cool. So how can we make it cool? That's the question that you always face. How to make it cool. I don't have an answer for that. Let's combine like some engine shapes. This side here. I kind of look like I'm drawing this in 3/4. I don't want to draw it in 3/4 though. I want to stick to profile. So let's just make it like this. We'll break the silhouette with like an engine kind of shape here. Like maybe it has like massive engines sticking out of it. And those could be powering. Let's make the crane mechanic like the arm, right? So instead of it just being like a crane here and coming off or whatever, let's do like it controls the appendage. So and then this is where you start like actually having to use your brain, which, not keen on doing at the moment here. I think the arm would be better off coming off from here. I need to use silhouette because my brain's not functioning right here. Just gonna throw shapes down, erase, a little smaller. Flip the canvas. nothing is coming to my mind. I'm drawing a blank. Literally drawing a blank. So let's just do this. Kind of looks like legs, right? So it's got like a wide stance kind of thing going. So maybe needs a counterbalance. All right, so maybe this thing moves and then it like locks itself into place. And with its arm, it like, I don't know, pulls shit up. It lifts things. It kind of looks like a little like not quite, but like a sprite from like Super Nintendo or something. The silhouette, anyways. Nothing else about it, just the silhouette. Need to squint my eyes more. And like how the plates and the mechanics work, we'd figure out in the next step. Like right now, we're literally just trying to get some shit down on the paper. I don't know what this would be. So maybe the crane part, the arm part, picks stuff up, and there's like a belt here, a system that puts stuff back here. I don't know why I'm leaning towards construction or like earth moving stuff right now, but it's what's happening. So like this would be like a containment silo or something. Oops. I don't know, something. Let's break this up a bit, give it a little more. A little more something. Doesn't even need to make sense. None of this makes sense. What the hell is sense anyways? Add a little bit of random wash here and there. This is super nonsensical. I apologize. Should have brought up some references. That's okay though. I probably have some PureRef files already saved that have a bunch of mechanical stuff, to be honest, from old projects. Okay, so it would have two of these crane arms, but again, we're seeing it on like the profile view, so we won't see it right here. Let's change brushes. I'm using this really sketchy one. Let's use like a ballpoint brush. Let's see what we get. So if I blow this one up, it's just going to look like an airbrush. So probably won't be the best for like doing a silhouette. Oops. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why construction and heavy machinery is already used a lot in for concept art designs. Maybe not necessarily straight up designs, but like inspiration. Because yeah, they're already pretty fucking crazy, right? Especially like the biggest earth movers, those like giant wheels and stuff. Like the size of, I mean, they're basically kaiju. Right? Let's go like for one that's more like cylindrical. I'm trying to avoid just doing like bipedal, typical like mech stuff covered in guns. I'll probably end up doing some anyways, but right now, doing this kind of stuff just kind of frees my mind up a little bit more. It's a little harder too because, again, no fucking idea what I'm doing. And I'm trying to be fast on purpose. I'm trying to be fast and messy as hell on purpose. So some of it makes sense to me, most of it doesn't. But again, in the next step is where I would like actually try to define this more, so it's not just like a complete mess of crap. Let's give this one like, kind of looks like a turbine engine. Those chunky legs, will be walking around on all fours. Cut that in so it doesn't look so cylindrical. Give him a cool fin. Maybe this one would be like a transport, right? A smaller vehicle. Not some giant ass earth mover. Maybe something. Maybe this one would carry like a liquid. Maybe it's a liquid, right? So let's try to lean into that. So because it's a liquid, let's say this thing, tail sticking out, is actually up here. Let's flip it. And that this is where like the other machines plug into it. The Russians made one that hope to move themselves. Basically. I mean, that would definitely bump into itself. So even though I don't necessarily, care about it not making sense, let's try to make it make a little more sense. Those legs would just like bump into each other. Maybe they're not legs. Maybe this one has legs that are on wheels. We'll give them big ol' legs, little tiny wheels. Just erase some of that line to make that form stand out a little more. Let's give this one a wash and see how the pen looks. Probably going to be too soft. Yeah, maybe let's lasso it really quick. We'll give it a little volume with this airbrush. This ballpoint brush that I made is essentially just an airbrush with a really tight center. Let's get a really smooth, light one. And then we'll go back in and just kind of define some of these a little bit. This brush is definitely not made for this, but define some of these shapes with some shadows. feel like this would be more like that. Let's do a big wheel one. Start with the wheel, like a unicycle thing. Wheel isn't big enough. Like this one is, again, just, I don't even know what this one would be used for. We just playing with shapes. Let's make this bigger. Way bigger. Touch smaller. Like, I feel like the wheel would actually rotate from the inside out. That would be something to figure out the next one. Like a big whale. Yeah, could do a whale. Nothing stopping it from being a whale. Ooh, boy. We are just creating masterpieces tonight. It's like a bird. Got like a beak here. Got like some downturned wings here, even the belly. It's kind of avian. It's probably the worst one yet. And it says something. Let's switch back to this one. This thing wash. Well, I see a bird anyways, so I'll lean into that. This one can't be saved. In fact, I'm just going to delete that one. Let's do one like this. It's like a bulb. I shouldn't be doing. Should be just erasing. Cups around and we'll make another leg. It's like not symmetrical. Almost doesn't look robotic at all. This could just be like some random alien fungus with legs or something. The wheel robot, he was saying kill me. Kill me. Please. Put me out of my misery. And I did. Nothing about this one looks mechanical, but that's all right. Just define the form a little bit with some lines. That is stuff. It does stuff. A couple of interesting shapes. All right, let's just go ahead and make a couple they're just more bipedal. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Use your PC again. Hey, time to play some Gamma or what? I need to get more footage of Gamma. I haven't played in a minute. Minecraft? MC? I never really played a whole hell of a lot of Minecraft. I actually own 2 copies of it. 2 licenses of it, whatever. That I bought like when it was still in fucking... It wasn't released. I don't remember what it was in. Is that like peak new in hype? Forever ago. Kind of been feeling like playing a like crafting game though, like a survival crafting building game, just for the chill vibes. I don't know if it would be Minecraft necessarily, but something to chill on that's like super low, like brain power, you know, kind of mundane even. Could go for some mundane right now, to be honest. It requires like just nothing but chill vibes. And I have no, excuse me, I have no creative chops right now. Be smashing things together instead of trying to randomly do stuff. Our brain is too fried. But we're gonna keep going anyways. That's how we roll. Create mod. I don't think I've I don't know what the create mod is. I don't know a whole lot about Minecraft other than what it is. Let's see if I can't put one or two of these in perspective really quick, just in basic, really basic perspective, before my, well, excuse me, before I'm completely fried. Let's see. Kind of like this one. This one's okay. This one might be fun. Kind of simple. Let's start with that one because that's actually kind of simple. Bring them on a separate layer here. So I don't know if I want to detail them out a little bit more. Yeah, let's detail them out just a little bit more. Yep. So I don't need to do that on a separate page. I can just do that right here. I shouldn't zoom in. Lightly erase them a bit. Okay. And make them bigger. You can make gigantic machines do anything. Oh, okay. That's so that I've seen people make that kind of crazy shit. I didn't know that it was you know, what it was a part of. Okay, so we're still going to be kind of loose here, but let's just figure a little bit more out. I kind of like that this looks like a bit of a mouth. We'll say that this is all like shielding, and then the cockpit can be like underneath. Right here or something. I still want to be loose. I don't want to be too slow here. It's like this can just be like plate or something. And up here be like engine, kind of. Its main power source, whatever that might be. So let's do. Already kind of looks like pipes. Oops, wrong. Eraser. Okay, so for the legs, I need to know how they attach. What if it was like chained together? Not necessarily chained, but like plates that would move individually from each other. How would that look? Not crazy about it, but we'll go with it. course, it would just be like on a swivel here. And this one would be connected like that. Stability. We don't need to figure that one out because we already know what it's gonna be. Just like some kind of gun or something. The leg isn't gonna work, I don't think. So let's just stick with it being an ambiguous ribbon kind of thing. The end of it will be like a spike that can drill into the earth. Very alien-y. Attached to a piece. And then the other part of it will be like a ribbon. Okay. So this still isn't a whole lot to go off of. I would do a lot more than this if I was actually using this for something, but for the sake of practice and while I have some brain power left, let's put this into perspective a little bit. I'll probably I'm definitely just gonna eyeball it, but do I want to skew it? Nah, we'll just redraw it. All right, so haven't done this in quite some time. Just gonna eyeball some stuff here. Really dirty grid. So this would be the same thing too. We'd start like really loose just to get the forms down and then figure out everything else after. So let's start with like this beak thing. I'm going too big. I'm going outside of my grid immediately. Just fine. I could just add to it, but I should try to this is the cockpit area. It's that engine thing. Darken the horizon a little bit. That gun that comes out from between the legs, like right here. Just indicate it with the cylinder for now. Scale is way off on this. That's okay though. Because I'll just drop this. We just eyeball on everything anyways. No big deal. So I feel like the legs just won't work that way, right? It's a little too alien. It's just gonna be a line coming down. Let's just do it. fine. Yeah, like that. Flip it so I can hit this line easier. I gotta move it. Okay. Draw that across. Gun doesn't fill the right space. Behind it, we have another one of these like ribbons, which would be like the plate would be like right here, and it would come down about right here-ish. And then this isn't at the right angle because it would be angled out from the whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Whatever mechanics control this nonsense. It would need to be angled out to rest on top of it. Something like that to indicate that it's a lot thinner on that side. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and hide these so that way I can do this. This needs to be a little smaller. Get this one closer to the middle so I can flip the canvas more easily. Make it much bigger. Okay. Now for the scale, I think we dropped the ball on pretty much all of it. Surprise there, huh? Let's do this. Give us a little more working room for whatever the hell is supposed to be here. Indicate that as just like a cylinder right now. Perspective's not right on this either because we'd be looking up at this. See it like actually nested in there. could also see this nested in there as well. You can see the underside of that cylinder. And it's already feeling like I've been drawing for a long time and I really haven't. Bad sign that I am super out of practice. This also is very birdish as well. That's right. Just a big beak. This perspective's off still. We wouldn't be seeing this much of the head. So we're looking up at it. Like it would be like cut right there. I can fake it by just flattening it out a little bit more. That's fine. I'm obviously not using an actual grid here. I'm just eyeballing it. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the connecting part of the body, so let's do something a little funner and figure the gun out, because guns are fun. Firepower is always entertaining. Ordnance. Let's just again put our placeholder where it's gonna be. It's gonna be about right here. Maybe a little too low. Let's do that. It's got like a dick gun. Give him a cock and balls for a gun. I feel like we just erase that, right? And nestle the part that he rotates on. Because this would be like some sort of rotation. Housing whatever mechanics are in there. And then this would come up. I don't have an interesting way to connect them. I don't want to just do a cylinder, but we'll just do a cylinder for now. It's the back leg right there. And you know what? Let's make it, this isn't in the design over here, but let's add, I don't know, something else in perspective. I don't even know what it is, right? Something to try to sell that we're looking at this in 3/4 view more. Maybe it's like another, maybe it's exhaust or something. Who knows? An intake of some sort. This is impressive. All right, well, hey, again, as long as somebody likes it. I'm just trying to get my brain working. That is all this is about, getting the brain working, getting the juices flowing. Yeah, we don't know what this is still. That's fine. Yeah, this perspective is so off. The more I'm drawing everything else in perspective, the head is just like way off. The head would be more like we would see the tip of the beak, right? So it would be more like that here. Almost the same. I'm drawing it wrong again. My brain. I think I would need to like just get rid of that part. That's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe like that. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. We are not worried about that tonight. let's at least correct the cylinder. Cylinders are so easy to draw in perspective that we gotta at least get that right, right? We gotta be looking up at the damn thing. Okay. Still don't know what we're gonna put there, but that's fine. All right, so for the gun, let's do like a 50 cal tip looking thing. And then we'll add more sci-fi to the sides. I'm gonna erase some of these because it's just looking like part of the design at this point. We don't need them anymore. Let's try to clean up some of these forms so we can actually tell what we're looking at. Still won't make sense, but at least we'll be able to see the lines. Goes up, that covers that housing to whatever this is. This leg panel doesn't quite come up high enough on that side. That's okay. As long as one side is readable and we know what one side looks like, that's fine. So I think actually going more sci-fi on it would be better. Like maybe it's plasma or something. The gun. It could be like maybe a hose or something. Let's funnel something down. So once again, let's just do a cylinder. Break that up. Kind of generic ray gun looking thingy. In the back, we'll slap some more perspective on it. Tip of it. Yeah, you know what? Let's go like ultra old school, right? Let's do like circles. Break up those circles and close it. All right, now let's just clean some of these forms up. And this is still just not quite right. I need to move it a little bit just so I can get a better stroke. Sometimes you just got to move things around and flip it just so you can get your hand in a more favorable position. I'm drawing on a Cintiq, so it's pretty close to just drawing on paper. Kind of imagine when you draw on a sketchbook, you move the sketchbook around, right? So make the head a little bigger again. Rotate it. Yeah, you know, I can just I don't think I could save it with the skew. That helped it a little bit. they've changed this so much. Let's do this. Still want that to basically be like the cockpit. Then you'll be looking down at whatever it is this thing would be looking at. This thing is obviously like a fighter because it's got a big ass gun on it. So we need to see target. And then up here could also be, oops, keep pressing the button. I don't mean to be. Yeah, this is still so far out of perspective. Okay. Let's draw these again. I want to be sticking up more. A little more character. It's still like a side view though. Oh man. We are out of it. Zoom out. Zooming out helps a lot, seeing it small. What's going on? Come on, Photoshop. There it goes. Had a selection selected, but it wasn't showing up. It wasn't letting me do anything because of it. So if these are like engines of some sort that we won't really be able to see underneath plates, it would be like a bunch of intakes. I mean, it's kind of sci-fi anyways, so doesn't really matter, I guess, but some things that are readable always help. Like this part still. The perspective is so off, it's throwing my brain off, but I don't have it in me to correct it properly. Sure as hell ain't gonna throw a grid down for this. So we're just gonna roll with it. And let's just connect them. Oh, hey, I'm glad you like it. Because we be struggling. Okay, you know what? We're gonna be lazy. I was gonna replace this, but we're not gonna replace it. We're gonna say that this is just whatever fuel this thing uses is housed in there, and the magical mechanics that make it work are somewhere in there. Ultra lazy, very little design, but we're gonna move on. We're like just not even following our own rules here, so let's at least fix this. I've already drawn the legs there, so I can't like. It's fine. I'll just move them with the lasso. That over. Okay, I gotta erase that part. Just do that and that. Bam. Okay, now it at least looks like it's lined up with the other side of the leg. Helps slightly. This part's still not aligned though. Now let's align the top part. There we go. That little bit helped. Wasn't much, but it helped. And then like this, I don't know, will indicate that it's something. Like a ribbon. Alien ribbon. Some chain tech, I don't know. Let's break that up. So it's not just a cylinder, not just a boring cylinder. This would be like where we should show some mechanical stuff. Show that it's not literally just a bunch of plates of stuff, because frankly right now it's just a bunch of forms, right? It's just a bunch of shapes. There's very little actual design language going on here. It's fine though. Okay, this top thing is supposed to be plated, but you know, I feel like I've already taken this one about as far as I feel like. We'll just add some form lines. Thick outline. Use a liner for this. Where's my liner? Not even follow lines. Definitely want the form lines of the legs to stick out. Some line weight. You can see them much better. Alright. Zoom out now and give her a little washy lube. I think I actually just want this. It's fine, good enough for me. Okay, and we'll just give just some shadow somewhere. Gonna get too crazy, I don't care enough. But oftentimes a little shadow goes a long way. The underside, the legs, make the bottoms darker. So there's a little bit of a gradient coming up. Then I want to indicate just that there's something going on here. Okay. Some sort of energy. That's why this is just nothing, basically. Maybe up here there's something. Cockpit area. energy back here. Just a couple splashes of white. And voila. Let's put them on their own page. I need to bring the UI. I just made this keybind because I changed my. I have a remote for my Cintiq, but the new Windows install, I lost all my keybinds and I haven't had the heart to redo it yet. I already forgot to keybind to bring back my UI. There it is. So I have it all custom because I use a one-handed keyboard for this particularly. Okay, so we got one done. What time is it? 4 in the morning? Ugh, I think I have one more in me. So let's try to do another one. Let's see. I think I'm going to do that other one that I kind of like. This round guy right here. I'm not going to tighten him up though. I think I'm just gonna go into doing I'm just gonna go into doing a perspective to save time, and we'll just figure it out. It's not like I used a lot of the detail on that last one anyways, right? There's not a lot to go off of anyways, so like, come on, go full screen. Need my ballpoints. Okay. Our horizon about there. It's way off. Ooh, that was way off. Close enough. Okay. Just kind of analyzing it for a moment. Because he's very spiky. There's going to be no definition to that. So let's just get some stuff down. Let's see. So. Obviously he's bulbousy here. Some sort of ridge here. That's where that spike comes out. That's very undefined in the design, in the thumbnail, but we'll just sketch it out for now and figure something else out later. If we even figure something else out. And then this up here. We really want to capture that like stack that he's got going on. Right, and then there's stuff that comes down. There's like another big bulbousy shape back there. And to me, this looks like an external panel, like on the outside. That would be further out in perspective, actually. Probably like right there somewhere. And then it would come down one leg, probably land about here-ish. So let's put that down now. Draw the plane that the leg is on, just so I know for the other side. There's that one in the back too. We'll worry about that when we get to it. This just comes in. We don't really see what's there because that leg, spiky leg thing is way up. Should do more art streams? Yeah, I should. Thanks. I really should. It's a good way to hold me accountable. I'm just so slacking. There's no excuse for it. I mean, realistically I do have some pretty solid excuses, but I need to get back to it. It's the bottom line. I think kind of like the idea of going like super thin, like we're seeing the ridge here, like the outside of it. Oops, that plane of it, right? Would be like that, basically. So say immediately, this sounds like Lord of the Rings. And that's got to be copyrighted. There's no way that's not. That's not going to work the way I just drew that, because that plane is on the wrong side. I would have to draw the leg back here, which I could do. What if we just gave him like a big flat fin? I kind of like that. And then we would need to, yeah, we would need to bring this off. Let's get rid of that. We need to bring that off. Maybe even push this further in. Still a little wonky looking, but like, it's unique. I know. I know what I'm gonna do. This bulbousy thing in the back is going to be where it connects. You don't fully understand. I mean, yeah, I'm just essentially just designing random stuff, right? We started with the profile view with this, and now I'm putting it into perspective with like the first pass. It's getting shapes down, right? And if I wanted to keep going, like if this was like something that needed to be used for something and not just like crap that I'm just using to warm up on, I would do like multiple passes, right? Like I would do multiple passes of these thumbnails over and over again to fully figure it out. Maybe not fully figure it out, but more clean than that. And then I would do it into perspective. And then I would do that multiple times too. Like design is a very iterative process, right? This is how everything you love in entertainment gets designed, essentially. By folks much more skilled than I, of course. But this is how they do it. It's the process anyways. Let's do that, make it look a little more different. A little more better. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that little cone spike thing. Doesn't really make any sense, but see, at this point we're looking up again, so like I need to pay attention to that. I think I like that. Let's do that. And then here we'll have these hose things. Those are going to connect to whatever this round shape is here. Which I want to figure out a way to mount the leg to. Like it's some sort of, however this thing gets power and moves. Motion from the ball would be moving the leg. Doesn't need to make sense, but you can figure out a way to make it connect. It'll at least, you know, connect. But I don't think that's going to work, actually. For the silhouette, anyways. It's going to change the silhouette too much. Let's abandon this leg. It's fine. So let's start again. Let's try to pay more attention to the design this time instead of going off course. So I feel like the leg would start here. I don't know what the hell it connects to, but... Actually, no. Let's push it way out. Let's push it way out. Then we'll connect it to something else. And ended up at the same spot anyways. Space key is breaking on this stupid thing. I don't know, I still don't really like that. Alright, I'm gonna figure out the top part and we'll come back to the leg. Because I'm wasting too much time on it. And I just want to get this done before I go to bed. Maybe this whole thing can be a screen. Good glass, not a screen, like the cockpit. Covered in metal. With cameras mounted on the outside or something. Typical mech stuff, you know? Hand already being a little sore is alarming. This needs to be mounted to some sort of casing to hold this circular shape. The circular shape should be embedded in the machine, not sticking out of it, so it would be closer to this. Make it look like some sort of almost organic shape. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just make the legs closer together than I was initially planning to. I was going to space them further apart, but it's fine. Oh, man. Come on, hand-eye coordination. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, and then I don't know. It'll be connected in there to something. It don't need to make sense. We just doodling. And let's connect these hose things down there like it is in the thumbnail. Just really quick. And we'll shoot that leg across. right there. It's off, but hey, everything's off. Yep. Ooh, didn't mean to press that. Okay, this spike thing in the front's bother me. It makes a little sense in the thumbnail, just for it being there, but like, I don't know what I'm gonna turn it into here, so we're gonna get rid of it. And instead, maybe put like some arms. Give him like little T-Rex arms or something. I don't know. Full screen. Yeah. Yeah. Do like T-Rex arms or something. Maybe something comes out there. Let's draw this across so we know where this leg's gonna close. It's gonna close about right there. And we'll give him like little funny claws. We'll make them funny. Like they're fucking useless, right? I like that. Maybe this one's not giant. Because if this thing was huge, these would make no sense whatsoever. So maybe like the person like fits completely in there. Like if there's a person in here, basically right here, little stick figure piloting it. So it's still pretty big, but it's not like a fucking Jaeger. It's not a Gundam. Leg connects about right here. We would see it on that side because see it on the other side because the perspective's a little skewed. Okay, so we also have like it's almost a tripod. There's still like one little bladed leg back there that we're gonna connect nonsensically to the back part. It's got like a little hook on it. Let's make that hook more prominent since it's so prominent in the thumbnail. Like that digs into the earth for stability. I don't know. Okay. Well, all right. Let's I don't like this can be like stretched out and it won't really fuck with the perspective much. Yeah, I like that better. And since we have hoses, does this indicate that there's like a bunch of connections here? What for? Who knows? It's just a fun little texture thing to add. Now for these hoses, I drew them in a little too hastily. templates. So they're not so ugly. Instead of just being a scribbly mess, they can just be a regular mess. Alright, let's give them a stronger outline. Separate some of these forms. We want to see the hand here. Clean up some of the inside because you wouldn't see all those lines, of course. You wouldn't see all these lines in the legs. Okay. Missing a lot of these lines. That's right. It's good dexterity practice. Let's define just a couple of these to separate the forms a little bit. Added line weight here and there. This part would be like a bunch of mechanical engine bits that you would define, like, you know, later on in the higher pass. Maybe this has like little electrical shit sticking out. I don't know. Maybe it plugs into something right there. Maybe it's maybe this is also like carrying a liquid or something. I don't know. Just put this guy here. Come on. Make the thumbnails roughly the same size for readability, just to make like a nice page presentation. Laying out pages is fun. It's not the best, but if I were to do a third one, we'd have more to go off of. All right, I think I could probably just lasso tool this one too, or magic wand tool this one. Just broke up the lines here. Should work. Give it a quick wash. Zoom out. My space key is breaking on my keyboard. I one-handed keyboard anyways. It's actually very old. It's an old ass Razer. Forgot the name of it. Orb Weaver. I don't think they make it anymore. So again, we'll make a small gradient on the legs so the bottom's darker. Just helps it feel more grounded. And then some minor. That part got filled when it wasn't supposed to, but that's easy fix. Just a quick little erase. Kind of looks like a ball sack in the back, but that's okay. Just a couple of minor value variations. So it'd be really dark there. Goes a little darker. The little limp like gloves are hilarious. Okay, and then we'll switch to white. And we'll just brighten up this whole thing. The hoses, maybe these things can pop a little bit, just for some sort of variety. And maybe back here too. Maybe whatever the hell this thing's carrying, it's glowing. Yeah. Oh, thanks. I am glad that you like it. It is like 4:30 in the morning. And I am spent. Alright, and there you go. That's how you do stuff. That's how you things and stuff. Even though none of these designs are particularly good, I would say, you know, none of them are even remotely good, personally. This is always good practice, you know? Just thumbnailing stuff in a side profile and then figuring out how to make it work in perspective, in a 3/4 perspective. It's basically all you're ever going to do when you're designing stuff. And even if you're just like only an illustrator or a painter, I mean, you're still going to need to know this kind of stuff. So it never hurts to do it. Of course, I would recommend you actually get like an idea down. Come up with a design spec first. That way you're not just drawing completely in the dark like I am here. You'll get much better results, especially if you like say, oh, I'm going to design like a construction vehicle on a foreign planet that's made of mostly rock and the atmosphere is hostile to humans, right? That already gives you a lot to work with. And then you could get references for that, and then, you know, you'll come up with much better designs that way. But this works too. It's really fun. It's always a fun exercise. One of my favorite exercises, actually. Just scribbling stuff out, putting them into perspective, seeing what you come up with. Yeah. That is going to be it, because it is 4:30 and I should probably get to bed. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this video, if anything. If nothing else, it'll go up on the VOD's channel. This was sketched live on Twitch, twitch.tv/ascentart. And my art YouTube channel is youtube.com/@ascentart. So wherever you're at, follow me, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thank you so much for chilling, watching. Hope it helped somebody. See you next time.